Hello everyone, welcome to Inner Spark, where real stories inspire real change. Today, we bring you the journey of William, a young man who proved that dreams don't work unless you do. His story is not about luck, but about persistence, sacrifice, and the power of never giving up. Before we begin, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to Inner Spark, and share this video with someone chasing their dreams. William Walker grew up in a small town in Manchester with a head full of ideas. From childhood, he imagined creating something that would change lives. But the people around him laughed off his ambitions, telling him to be realistic and focus on a safe job. Deep inside, William longed for a life bigger than ordinary. But his dreams often felt out of reach. At school, William struggled to keep up. He wasn't naturally gifted, and failure followed him in exams. He often lay awake at night, wishing success would just find him. But every morning, he repeated the same routine, doing nothing to move forward. His dreams existed only in his imagination, not in his actions. One evening, while working part-time at a café, William noticed how frustrated customers became while waiting for their orders. That sparked an idea. What if there was an app to make ordering quicker? For the first time, his dream had direction. Yet, fear held him back, and the idea stayed in his notebook instead of becoming reality. Fear whispered constantly in his ear. What if I fail? What if everyone laughs? He let days slip into weeks, weeks into months. His dreams remained silent, and his life looked the same. William realized he was living in a cycle of wishing, not working. Everything shifted the day his friend Sarah confronted him. She said firmly, "William, dreams don't work unless you do." Those words cut deep. For the first time, William understood that no one else could build his future for him. He had to get up and fight for it himself. With no knowledge of coding, William started watching free YouTube tutorials late at night. After finishing long shifts at the café, he sat in his small room, struggling through lines of code. It was frustrating and overwhelming, but he replaced excuses with effort. Slowly, his actions began to match his ambitions. Sacrifices followed. While friends went out for parties and weekends away, William locked himself inside, practicing. He gave up short-term fun for long-term growth. The loneliness hurt, but every small improvement in his coding reminded him that sacrifices build success. After 6 months of work, William released his first version of the app. He was excited, but the reality was harsh. It was full of glitches and errors, and negative feedback rolled in quickly. His heart sank. For a moment, he thought about giving up. But deep down, he knew this failure was only the beginning. Instead of quitting, William treated failure as feedback. He carefully read every complaint, fixed problems, and worked on improvements. His mindset shifted. He no longer saw mistakes as the end, but as lessons. For the first time, he felt like a creator instead of a dreamer. William built discipline into his life. He woke up earlier than everyone else, coding for hours before his cafe job, and returned late at night to continue. He no longer relied on motivation. He built a system of consistency. Each day, he grew stronger and closer to his vision. A year later, William launched an improved version of the app. This time, local cafes started signing up. When he earned his first small paycheck from app downloads, he felt a spark of pride. That moment proved his dream wasn't just fantasy, it was becoming real. But new challenges tested him again. Bigger companies had better apps, and William doubted himself. He felt like an outsider in a game run by giants. Yet he reminded himself that every giant once started small. His mission wasn't to compete overnight, but to keep improving. William called Sarah back into the project. Together, they brainstormed new features like mobile payments and loyalty rewards. With her support, William realized teamwork could lift his dream higher than he ever could alone. Then came his breakthrough. A cafe owner in London loved his app and recommended it to other shop owners. Soon, word spread, and dozens of cafes across the city began using it. What started as a late-night idea had become a real product trusted by people every day. Success brought fresh problems, server crashes, financial struggles, and rising pressure. But William had grown resilient. He knew that every level of success came with new challenges. Instead of panicking, he adapted and worked harder. 2 years later, William stood on a stage at a London business event, sharing his journey. Looking out at the audience, he remembered the boy who once doubted himself. Now that same boy was inspiring others with his story. Grateful for his journey, William began mentoring young dreamers. He wanted them to know what no one told him. Success isn't about talent or luck. It's about consistent effort, sacrifice, and the courage to keep going. Helping others gave his journey deeper meaning. Looking back, William realized his success wasn't built overnight. It came from thousands of small steps, endless failures, and a refusal to quit. His story became proof that ordinary people can achieve extraordinary results through daily action. His message to dreamers was simple. Dreaming is only the first step. Without effort, dreams fade away. But with persistence, they grow into something powerful enough to change lives. As his app expanded beyond Manchester into other UK cities, William faced bigger competitors. But instead of fearing them, he studied their strengths, learning how to improve his own product. Competition didn't break him, it sharpened him. Investors began to notice William's project. At first, many rejected him, saying his idea was too small, but he kept pitching, kept showing progress. Eventually, one investor saw his passion and potential and decided to back him. That moment turned his small startup into a growing business. With funding, William hired a small team. For the first time, he wasn't coding alone at night. Seeing others believe in his vision gave him a new sense of responsibility. He learned leadership wasn't about giving orders. It was about inspiring others to chase the dream with you. Even with growth, William kept his humility. He never forgot the late nights in his small room, or the failures that almost broke him. He told his team, "We're not just building an app, we're building proof that hard work changes lives." His vision became bigger than himself. Years later, when William's app became known nationwide, he returned to his old cafe. Sitting at the same table where his idea was born, he felt a wave of gratitude. He realized his journey wasn't about building an app, it was about building himself into someone who never gave up. So, if you're sitting on a dream right now, ask yourself, are you just waiting or are you working? William's journey proves that the distance between who you are and who you want to be is covered only by effort. Dreams don't work unless you do. Thanks for watching Inner Spark. If this story inspired you, don't forget to hit like, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more real success stories. Your dream deserves action. Start today.